Time for the mailbag. Our mailbag is sponsored by Hampton by Hilton. Hilton for the stay. The first question comes in from Hampton by Hilton, and it says, Joel, when you're on the road traveling for work, good sleep is a must. So what are your pregame sleep preferences and rituals? How do you prep to call the big noon game? Great question. Sleep is a big deal for me in the fall. I think about it whether I'm on the road or not. And this is why I'm so thankful for Hampton by Hilton, is because so much of my sleep routine has to do with consistency. So the first thing is I try to go to sleep or go to bed at the same time every night. Now, over the years, here's what I've learned is that to do the big noon game, a lot of those games are going to be on the East Coast, Eastern time zone. And I need to make sure that I am not getting up just on Saturday that early. So my body clock, I try to prep it during the course of the entire week. So I try to go to bed anywhere between 8:45, 9 o'clock, or somewhere around there on the West Coast where I live, so I can start to prep for making sure I'm in bed by somewhere between 11 or 11:30 East Coast. Now, what I don't do, and I think this is important, is I don't make unrealistic goals for myself. That's the first thing that I've learned during the course of all of this traveling. Second thing is consistency. So for me, it's the time I go to bed. And then the third thing for me is I try not to look at my phone. Once I get in bed, I try, like, screens are done, they're off. I'm a big believer that if you're reading a book, then you'll fall asleep a lot sooner. So I always have a book with me. I'll always have notes or articles or something, not a screen. I'm trying not to, I don't read on my phone. I don't read on an iPad. What I'll try to do is read, whether it's about the game or something else. And that generally helps me fall asleep. So those are the things that I do. And again, the consistency helps. And that's why I'm so fortunate and thankful for Hampton, because I know that once I get on the road, I'm going to have the consistency of my room, the comfortable aspect of those beds. I know what the room's going to be like. I know when I'm going to go to bed. I know how I'm going to go to bed. And because of that, I get a nice night's rest. All right, last one comes in from Liam here in the mailbag. He says, hey, Joel, I am a hockey player from the East Coast with family in Ohio, which has turned me into a big Buckeye fan. Your show has made me know a lot more about the sport. I recently got injured at a horrible time and have no idea how long it will take to heal. And it has taken a huge toll on me mentally. I was wondering how you dealt with injuries as a player, especially during your college football career. Thank you. Oh, man. So, Liam, I know this might seem like it's specific to just like an injury, but really what you're talking about here is just adversity. And every one of us listening or me, like, we've had to deal with adversity. Now, I relate to what you're going through. I had injuries during my college career, and they never happen at a, quote, opportune time. So, the thing that I've learned through my life and learned the hard lessons during my playing days was about perspective. This is hard because nobody wants to go through hard things, okay? And yet, going through adversity and going through hard things is the way we actually become tangibly better. It's true. You show me someone that never deals with adversity, and I'll show you someone that is not tested. I have no idea how they're going to react. You show me someone that has been tested, that has gone through adversity. I'll show you someone that is steeled and ready for anything that comes at them. And the thing that always helped me get through any piece of adversity is small incremental goals, tangible ways where I can know that I can succeed. If it's just a small movement in the injury, it can be a test that you're doing, whether it's a knee or a shoulder, or, I had an AC joint separation. So I can remember doing, like, How far can I lift my arm? And these little goals where I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure I reach this small incremental goal. And then I'm going to do that over and over and over and over again until I'm healthy and I'm ready to go. And what that does is it produces a bunch of elements or opportunities for success versus just defining success as being 100% back. Because if you just define yourself as successful, or you define success in your injury or any adversity as being 100% through it, a lot of times that can feel and sense way too far. Way too far. So where are the moments within your adversity where you can define yourself as successful? Those small incremental periods and moments are vital and important to keep you moving forward. And then for me, this is where my faith has to come into it. And my faith is, what I try to have is an even if, okay? So my prayer would go like this. I would pray specifically for a certain outcome. I'm praying to be healthy by a certain date. But even if that isn't the case, I'm still going to remain faithful, optimistic. I'm still going to have the peace and joy in my life. Even if you never recover fully from your injury, where are the opportunities for you to maintain the joy and peace in your life? Because it's not always going to happen the way we want it to happen. So even if that happens, how can you still experience joy, experience peace, and have impact on those around you? That would be my last thing. Liam, I'm really hoping that you heal up. I hope everything goes well for you as you're dealing with that injury, and I appreciate you emailing into the show. Any of you can email into the show. I love questions about life, college football, anything. My baseball days, we'll tell stories during the course of the off season, and that'll be fun. You can email us at the Joel Klatt Show mailbag at gmail.com. Thank you for watching the Joel Klatt Show YouTube channel. And if you liked this clip, make sure to like it and subscribe to the channel, and you can stay up to date on all of my college football coverage.